Okay. Phase 4, Nadradon Awakening. The video that was put up by a presentation that Michael Dean gave in the Guardian Workshops, okay, of how to remove the C60 buckyball hydrocarbons, right, holding energy, a harness, holding life force energy captive as a source of food, okay? So I have a friend that I share a lot of the breathing technique videos, okay, that provides information on how to restore your DH12 breathing so that now you're experiencing the primal sound and light field, the eternal life force field, a pure, internal, eternal, absolute, pure love. Now you're experiencing the first cell, the first radon cells, the eternal state of awareness, the eternal energy matrix. 3 branches of a triangle, a golden triangle. The silver and gold mated sensing capacity, the eternal capacitor to sense how deeply we feel. That goes right to the very core of the first cell, the first seed, the first atom seed, Adama Aurora. So when I put the link into her window of the practicing and translating the mathematical breathing vacuum temperature gauge of Imanu Aya, was I wasting my time and energy in cellular communication as that relates to timing change, the timing change in voltage and echo map recording speeds? Remember I talked about Lemurian light that I used to work with here on the Big Island, and she would say to me, quit wasting your time and energy on all these non-repairables. You cannot help them. Remember Misha? Misha was experiencing at the precise center point of Imanu. She was experiencing Imanu in her. Okay, so I know what's possible. And so where this applies as an application, and this is where I'm not going to go with those files. When somebody told me about a permit to teach, in a galactic classroom, where do I go to get a permit? Well, you know where you go to get a permit to teach? Through the black cube. Okay. And that being was Cubit Defense Force. Okay. So I know, Karen. I believe me, I know. Okay. I am eternally sensitive. That's why I censor what I communicate. Because of cosmic level protocols. Protocols. Oh, protocols. Call proto. The call tones of first light, first water. Breathing first water. Breathing the first cell. The core. Still point. I'll put you back here. So then, for those that have been watching any of the videos that I did, after the Nadron awakening, releasing the C60 buckyball, I did the video and showed you what's purging out of my energy matrix. Okay, and it's fine. Okay, I purged one already that came out when I was on the island of Kauai, and it was gone, and then it opened up again. Particularly when you come over here to this island. So when I put the Nadron Awakening video in there, and then what I did is I wrote her a long explanation of how energy transfer and energy capture as captured units of life force electrical power to feed a system that will never love you, which is a network. Now we're into learning networks. They're networks that we use to communicate with each other, from which we're learning who they are and who I am. Imanu Aya. and why spirits as teachers, as sentient life forms, were getting killed off. Now we're back to killing numbers. Now we're back to blank slate, memory wipe, looking glass technology. And those that were using that technology as what? The Qubit Defense Force. Okay? And that's why cosmic level security protocols are in place. Okay, as it relates to what? The time it takes to restore your God source, your eternal life force DH12 connection. So we're all breathing as one with the eternal one, the first eternal one, the first eternal radiation, form and flow of water, living colors and living water in our crystal rainbows. Aurora, roar of a lion. 9-ball double diamond, tetrahydrolase fused with helium and breatharian form and flow. I have all the energy I need. I don't attach myself to another cell to feed on another cell. So now we're back to radon cells, radioactive cells that are self-aware, cells that are communicating to other cells in a morphogenetic field structure of cellular DNA, software, holographic communication patterns. The sound and light burn patterns of cellular communication. The first communication field is pure eternal absolute love, restoring cosmic law, cosmic music, first light, first rays. Yeah. So then after I put the video in there about showing my body's purging that, she asked me a question. Are you using C60? How do you respond to that? See the problem? This is why Lemurian Light was telling me, do not waste your time with them. She used to criticize me all the time. You are wasting all your time and energy on units of energy, cellular communication units of energy. Stop communicating to them. You're wasting your time and energy on them. You cannot help them. So here was another experience that I had yesterday. I went online to visit an online Alcoholics Anonymous support group. Now, I acknowledge that we're doing this through an artificial finite intelligence system of communication. So as soon as I began sharing how they can recover their DH12 God source connection, what do you think happened with my messages? They were all deleted. Okay. So that means as a learning platform to learn through spirit how to recover your DH12 breathing technique, why would it do that? Because the more units of energy that are experiencing the unit psi are that many more units that are less captive, held captive by a vampiric system. An artificial finite light system. Because we know this as Imanu. All artificial intelligence systems are finite by design. Because all communication systems require what? Electrical power. And that's life force. Restoring the eternal life force field so that every unit of self-aware energy is entitled by their birthright as a unit of energy that is self-aware to experience the first state of spiritual state of awareness, which is the eternal spirit of fire. The fire in that light is pure as pure can be. That's the law. That's cosmic genetic engineering law. Law school. So yeah, so after all those messages got deleted, right? I got the phone number of that group because there were a couple people in there that had posted in the chat because it disabled the chat. It wouldn't even allow me to post any more messages in there. Do you remember when that happened, when I first got a phone and I started putting up on Rose Sweet channel? What happened to that camera? It got disabled. Turned the camera device off and did the same thing to the second phone. Okay? So now we're into teachers and the ones that we listen to, because I had a beautiful message from somebody when I put up a video not too long ago that said, I'm listening. That means they can hear the echo, the true echo. Ekashe, Ekashe, Ra, Re, Aya. Hearing the first echo, the eternal echo, the first sound of water. Agua, Tiwa, Nahevusata, Salukaleaya. And this is where patience and your temperance, your temperature gauge, maintaining your state of being calm. It's all right. It's not a way. I'm not wasting my time with you. Okay. I don't waste time and energy. Okay. The still point. I'm on a way. And because this is the work that I do. It's called a 12-step call. 12 spheres. That's why I know I've said this before. The Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous is a mathematical spiritual Bible, if you want to call it a Bible, of how to restore your DH12 connection. That's how I did it. Day by day, every single day, every moment that I'm breathing, I'm restoring my breathing. That's why step 4 is so difficult. Step 4, phasing 4, like 4 L's. The L, the first medicine wheel, the rainbow, the round table, the sound table, the mathematical turntable of a sound, the sound of light, sound of water. What it feels like to feel water that's flowing rainbows. The eternal flow of living water. Let the spirit and the water be free to creatively express the love that we are that goes on forever, loving the music that we play with the grand creator spirit. The grand cathedral is the crystal cathedral of Crystal Sophia. The pink heart wave is the monadic heart wave to the right, to experience being more electric than we are magnetic. So we are not compressing what becomes elemental annihilation. That's what 66 and 2/3 of this island is doing that. Somebody told me this was their stronghold, their base of operations. Yeah, because I can remember somebody else said that, I realize this is Walter Winchell gossip column. You know, back when I was a child, we had an old saying as children: hearsay and a dime will get you a cup of coffee. Which means hearsay is hearsay. If I did not experience it directly, as in DC, now that may have been what you experienced. I did not experience that. Now you may have experienced that because you're communicating to me what you're aware of, the communication that you're translating, and thus communicating to me. And now I'm going to translate it, the mathematics of your radio frequencies, and acknowledge that I never experienced that. And why would I want to experience what that is? Because that's not what I am. In the loss and gain of electrical transactions between one cell and another cellular communicator. Cellular communication platforms. The form and flow of communicating. Water, Tiwa, The spirit of fire and water, fire and ice. Right? The cold is cold, the hot is hot. Experiencing perfect balance, breathing as one, the center point, our heart center. Our heart is perfectly centered. High speed precision is high speed timing, which is high speed breathing. Slow it down. Relax. Relax the nerves. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. See, the last thing that system wants our cells to experience is no turbulence. Breathing 90 on the vertical and 90 on the horizontal. Breathing with the deity planes. Monads that are aligning our cells to experience the first radon cells of communication, the primal sound and light field, DH12, pushing silver pink. Yeah, and so it's been a couple of rather interesting 2 days, and of course I become aware of the increase in the chaos generations, particularly apparently what's going on with somebody that they call Elon Musk. God only knows what it is. I've never met that being. It's not what you look like. It's the use of the energy that is represented by that image, a holographic image, a visual slide projection. What is it? I didn't meet what it is, so I can't tell you what Elon Musk is. Right? But apparently he has what they call an axe to grind. Cutting money transactions out of programs, ending programs. So when they start doing that, how that relates to what? Electrical transactions. Because it's running out of power. To keep those programs running. So how software crashes. If it doesn't have enough electrical power, you can't run that program, can you? Okay, so the program shuts down, crashes. A flight simulator. The flight simulator just crashed. There's not enough electrical power to run all those mathematical codes. So that software program is going to crash. Crashing programs. Gate crashers, that's what it does. It keeps crashing gates. It keeps crashing programs because it's running low on electrical power. That's called shields up, which is 90 on the vertical and 90 on the horizontal, which means we're increasing the power to experience more power. And what does that do? That changes the offset of 15 degrees. Because a 45-degree triangle is not 60 degrees, which is 60 hertz. Breathing 60 hertz is not healthy. That's not healthy radiation. That's miasma. That's dead light. That's artificial light intelligence. Those are different holographic codes. Those are beast system codes. Blank slate memory wipe codes. Looking glass. So what happens when your tank is running low? You got to keep looking for more ways to keep increasing electrical power because they're numbers in the bank account. The mirror. Because they're obsessed with winning numbers, winning games, playing games. The victim-victimizer experiment spread to 2 other mages. That's why we're here. It's a vampire without an off switch. Yeah. Restoring DH12. Restoring the primal sound and light field. Now we're experiencing the healing codes. What we're experiencing, the inner sun, the inner sigh, the inner breath of Kemaloate. That's why I'm here, breathing Kemaloate. The silver and gold mated one is the one I serve by Mano Aya. Have a beautiful day. Zalu Kale Aya. Aya.